This is week 8 of our luxury bungalow build, and for this week we managed to pour the footings on the 3 columns that you can see here. There behind that Gerald's back, the footings on those columns are already built. They finished this week 8, and then also we managed to put the bars on the beam that's connecting to the big column. Now I want to show you the big column that we have built, how strong it is, because we have taken out the forms that we have used to shape it. See, it's all well vibrated, compacted inside, and I could probably say this is such a strong beam. You can see it's well made. All the dowels ready for the flooring, all the dowels ready for the hollow blocks on the walls on that one, and all the dowels are now connected to the center beams. So from here on the end, there is 5 center beams that will be connecting to the columns here, and you can see right behind the 3 columns that we just poured this week, footing wise, there is 5 columns that we have planned to make the same kind of beams that we just poured, like the big one. I added 2 additional beam. Old B was saying that a long 8-meter span is like, without the column supporting it, it's too much. Although it's possible by making your beams bigger, but to save all that worry in my mind, I added additional columns there. Now you can see where Marciano is down there. That is one of the columns, and the other ones beside it is the columns that's gonna go up to shorten the span of our ceiling beams in the future when we're in that stage. And these 2 beams that we added here will be the ones supporting the ceiling beams to make it stronger. And I'm still gonna follow the bigger beams on the ceilings. See the deepness of the foundation footings that we do on each column. Look at how deep it got there, and compared to the best one is that one, where you can see from Mars. That's the deepness of the foundation that we do for each beam. There. You can see the concreted portion on the side of Mars. There. And that will be the same with this new column that they are making. And so as the side. There, it won't be long, you will see it a proper building site when we got this beam floored. You know, as of the moment, like I said, everything will be just digging holes, rebars poking out, but it's starting to be there, you know, a proper building site. I'm just making sure all the foundation is strong. You can see it there. How thick are my footing, and compared to what they're making now for the footing, that's how thick the footing hold of each column. So week 8 of our luxury bungalow build, we are preparing for the next beam. We're gonna build another strong beam across with 1 meter span like you see here. We will be compacting the soil because like this one, they will be starting to fill up the holes here beside the column when they take out all the wood. Then we will start to fill it up and do the compactor. So by doing all this, pouring this beam across, there will be 5 beams that we're going to be pouring across here, right to the first 3 columns here in the middle. We will be assured that when we compact all the filling, it's got time to settle down before we do the flooring, after we do the big first beam. So I know I'm gonna be ordering more rebar soon, because the first rebars that I ordered will soon be running out when we have this big beam ring up, but I feel confident that it's really strong. It's a very strong house. There was even an Aussie that commented on me that I'm overdoing my builds like this when he got his house built somewhere here in the Philippines where his footing is just 1 foot deep, and you know that I have 1.5 meters deep on my footings, because like I said, a good builder knows that the foundation is the strength of a structure. The foundation should be very strong. So there's our new column that we added. They have put in the footings, and now they're putting the first column on it. There you can see everything is well vibrated, everything is very strong and smooth. There. So I'm gonna copy the same one there across, where there will be 7 columns standing instead of 5 like you got here. There's only 5 here, because when you're walking around buildings, you gotta be careful. Loads of rebars are poking out from the ground from the side, so that's why children are not allowed to come here. There, that's the additional column, this one and the other one there. So like I said, this will have a 7 column beam across before we even build the retaining wall. But after they take out the forms, they will be making forms for this column here and the beam that's, you can see, all being wired up already, tie beam.